fans. I'm here once again with Alan Hinton. Just came back from Toronto in frigid weather, but came back all warm with the Sounders' victory in the MLS Cup. Alan, I want to bring up a point. When we taped the show a year ago, December 2015, we were talking about the Timbers' victory. You said Sounders fans should support them because it's good for the team, it's good for Cascadia and MLS. You also made the point. You thought the Sounders would win it in 2016. You're one heck of a predictor. What made you say that a year earlier?
Last year, I took a little bit of criticism when I did say, Portland, I hope they win it. By the way, the Sounders were very close to winning it last year, but when the Sounders were out, I did say I hope Portland wins it because I thought it was good for the Cascadia rivalry. Now that Portland won it last year, Sounders obviously motivated big time because Portland won it last year. So in Cascadia, 3 teams. The pressure's now on Vancouver because they haven't won the Cup. So Portland's won it last year, Sounders won it this year. Hopefully the Sounders will have a good shot again next year, but that's so far away that we have to think about a little bit of rest. Training camp starts towards the end of January. That'll be exciting. Will the Sounders upgrade their staff in terms of talent? I'm sure they'll be looking to, because if you stand still, you go backwards in this business, and we need to improve if we can. Don't need a bunch of players, just need 1 or 2 really, really top players. I know the nucleus of a very good team is still here. Ladero is still here. Ozzy Alonso is still here. The 2 central defenders are still here. Jovin Jones is still here. Stefan Frei is still here, which is great. Jordy Morris is still here. Roldan is still here. So for me, I think the future is very bright.
In our last show, when we did the preview, you spoke about one player, Stefan Frei. You thought that there will be some sort of incentive for Stefan to do well. MVP of the MLS Cup.
Well, it was an easy storyline before the game. I mean, don't forget Stefan Frei made a horrible error in his first game this season. The ball sort of slipped under his body, and people are thinking, oh my goodness, has he lost it? But he worked really hard with a brilliant goalkeeper coach, Tommy Dutra, and they've worked hard together with the backup goalkeepers. And Stefan had a great year. He was having shutout after shutout before the championship game. And for me, it was the best storyline of the game, which meant Stefan Frei was going back to Toronto, where he played for 5 years. He actually broke his leg playing for Toronto. He had 7 coaches in the 5 years and an unbelievable turnaround of players. So he came to Seattle and settled down very well. But the storyline for me was him going back to Toronto. Now, as an ex-player myself, when you go back to your former club, you get that little edge, and you want to show them that they should never let you go. And of course, and he turned out to be the hero. Not just the hero because the team won; it was because his hands were safe, his saves were very clinical and professional. But the save of the year was when Altidore had the header that was looping into the far post, and he somehow sprung himself. The ball was behind him with his left hand, and he magically turned it over for a corner kick. That was the moment of the game where Toronto will always think an inferior goalie would never have had a chance of saving that. And then you go to penalty kicks, and I thought Stefan was the most likely winner in penalty kicks, and of course he saved 2 of them, or 1 at the crossbar, and he made at least one other save. And then it's almost like Ladero and Jovin Jones, Brad Evans, and Roman Torres wanted to make sure that Stefan Frei won, and of course the Sounders won.
Well, Alan, once again, thank you for joining us. I'm not sure if we'll have a show before the holidays, so again, happy holidays to you and your family, and thank you once again for doing another wonderful session of Alan Hinton Unleashed.
Well, thank you, John, for all your hard work. You're the best.